So as of me recording this audio, I'm about halfway through my first vanilla playthrough of Batman Arkham Origins on PC, one of my favorite video games of all time. And out of morbid curiosity, I decided to search up Arkham Origins Is Bad on YouTube just to see what the discourse surrounding this game was looking like. Eventually finding a video by the creator Revolver Snake calling this game peak Batman garbage, which is a very strong statement to make considering Squad Unalive the Justice League exists. A quick warning before we begin the video, this man's production quality is absolutely cheeks. And no, I'm not talking about the fact that his video is recorded in 360p, though that doesn't help his case at all. No, I'm talking about the fact that this man practically makes zero cuts while constructing his points throughout the video, which one, creates an AIDS listening experience because I have to listen to throughout the entire video. And two, he goes on a lot of extended tangents as well as repeating the same point over and over again that I'm just going to cut out of the video because I have respect for your guys' time. But if you feel that I'm leaving anything out or misrepresenting something, you're free to check out the original video, which is linked in the description below. With all that out of the way, let's see if this man can change my mind and convince me that Arkham Origins is the worst thing to happen since the rise of Funny Mustache Man.
Let's begin.
One of the major issues with the game is that it has some areas that are blurry, and I believe this is because Arkham Origins had less development time compared to Arkham Asylum or Arkham City, hence why Arkham Origins sometimes looks worse compared to the other Arkham games. I also think because Arkham Origins was mostly handled by WB from what I heard. You know, WB, at the time, they're a lot more corporate, and Rocksteady, they had more soul at the time.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This shit made me burst out laughing when I heard this for the first time because it's such a dumbass point. Like, this shit has the implication that Arkham Origins is just a soulless cash grab because WB corporate. Like, what? How are you even supposed to respond to this shit? This shit makes no sense.
Any other Arkham game, this calendar right here would look super clear. Try closing in on it, it looks really blurry. This isn't an issue with other Arkham games because the Arkham games have way better attention to detail. I mean, look how blurry this looks right here. Look how blurry that texture is right there. And there are tons of moments where Arkham Origins just looks a lot more blurry compared to the other Arkham games.
So I don't care to waste the console storage to do a comparison of Arkham City's graphics to Origins graphics, but I can show you with the graphic settings that I have for my game right here, I can show you that this guy is completely full of shit. I don't know if he expects you to just blindly believe what he's saying because his shit's at 360p, or if his setup is genuinely so trash that, like, look at this photo right here. You can clearly see it, clear as day. You can also see the number pad. You can see the shit on the TV right here. Not this screen, but the other screens come up fine. He complains about not being able to clearly read the stuff on the boards right here, but as you guys can see, they come out just fine. And you can also see from like a comparison video that I did right here, this is like the area that he's using to do like a comparison. Maybe he just has a pirated version of the game or something, and that's why his game looks like a potato at a max of 1080p resolution, because you can see calendars coming in super clear here. I don't even know what he means by like this area is blurry, but whatever graphical issues that he's talking about on the PC version of this game, it's not on the game's end.
I also think Arkham Origins has the worst looking bat suit. Like, it just looks way too bulky. I mean, I know that's probably the intention or whatever, but it's so weird because Arkham Origins takes place before Arkham Asylum, but this version of Batman is way more advanced compared to the Arkham Asylum version of Batman.
The reason Batman in this game, by the way, is quote-unquote more advanced than he is in Arkham Asylum is simply due to the fact that when the events of Arkham Asylum take place, Batman lets his guard down after first capturing the Joker and taking him into Arkham Asylum, and ends up caught with his pants down in a coordinated asylum takeover without all of the tools that he would otherwise need in order to contain a prison breakout. We can also use this exact same logic to nitpick Arkham City because he doesn't have the triple bat claw after Arkham Asylum.
Now let's talk about my biggest issue with Arkham Origins. There is no reward for getting the Riddler, or Enigma literally causes the deaths of people. Like this guy right here, he was just a technician who was trying to fix this device right here, rigged with an explosive device or whatever. And you know what's weird? How is this panel still like functioning? Like, how is it still intact after going through an explosion. That should have just, you know, took the panel out with it too, right?
This right here is what we like to call an appeal to reality, where somebody consuming media that is a work of fiction expects the world to behave exactly like it does in the real world. This is like looking at some of the takedown animations for Batman and thinking like, oh yeah, Batman is 100% breaking this guy's neck. He's exploding walls onto these henchmen. Like, he's 100% killing people. Why is the game not acknowledging that he's killing people? Like, if it's a problem that a fictional world doesn't function like real life and it ruins the experience for you, I'm pretty sure you're in the wrong genre and you should not be consuming fictional media, let alone taking the time out of your day to call a fictional piece of media bad.
Also, these detective modes that are supposed to make you feel like a Batman detective or something, they don't really work that well because they're just so hand-holdy. Like, they literally give you the answer with that little stupid red mark right there. Like, I feel like the detective moments in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City were a lot more clever than this.
I'm not going to fact check to see if he's telling the truth about Arkham City's crime scene report sections of the game, but you know what? Fair enough. The Arkham Origins crime solving sections could be more clever. I have nothing against that.
Because with the other Arkham games, whenever you go after the Riddler, he gets punished, you know? And what do you get in Arkham Origins if you decide to do all the Riddler nonsense? Nothing. He just gets away scot-free, despite the fact that he murdered someone.
So I guess by this logic, the side mission with Hush in Arkham City is bad because even though he unalives multiple people and steals their face so that he can become Bruce Wayne, he's able to get out of Arkham City scot-free without being punished. Also, he's said multiple times in this video that he likes to read the newspapers and stuff that are like hanging on the walls. And if that tells me anything, he clearly enjoys getting invested in the world that he's playing in. Wouldn't getting all the collectibles to read all the story bits and listening to the extortion tapes be enough? Like, what do you want from this game?
Another thing I don't really like about Arkham Origins, the boss fights in Arkham Origins are mostly stolen from Arkham City. Probably the most original boss fight, the Deathstroke boss fight, it reuses animations from the Ra's al Ghul boss fight in Arkham City.
I mean, yeah, sure, maybe they have similar, if not identical, attacks to one another. They're both very skilled martial artists. I would expect them to have very similar, if not identical, attacks to one another. Does that not make any sense? Am I the crazy one here? Guys, please let me know in the comments below.
Deadshot boss fight, it's just basically the Harley Quinn boss fight from Arkham City's DLC, where you gotta take down a bunch of henchmen and then take down Harley. Or the Two-Face boss fight as well in Arkham City, where you gotta take down a bunch of thugs and then go after Two-Face. You know, that's basically Deadshot's boss fight.
Yeah, okay, so this is just straight up wrong, because while Two-Face and Harley Quinn are carrying explosive weapons, Deadshot has the ability to ricochet bullets off of walls. He could be going up the stairwell and kill you in a random grate. Even if you don't like this boss fight for whatever reason, you can at least say WB Games tried something to make the Deadshot boss fight unique in comparison to the Harley Quinn and Two-Face boss fight. Versus in Arkham City where Rocksteady, you know, the company with more soul versus the corporate company, or whatever bullshit you said earlier in the video, didn't even try. They just made him a basic ass thug where you snuck up behind him and then boom, that's the end of Deadshot. You've completed his side mission.
The Shiva boss fight is especially pathetic because she just reuses the same animations from ninjas. She's just a ninja enemy with more HP.
So this is actually another thing that I can agree with him on here. I did not like playing the Shiva fight on my current playthrough of Arkham Origins. The issue that I have with that boss fight is outside of the basic countering, punching, jumping over, and farming special takedowns, it doesn't really feel like that you can engage with Shiva in any way or any of the enemies that she spawns with. If someone can explain to me how I could play the fight in a more entertaining way, please do so in the comments below. The way that I play the boss fight is just like super boring and I just don't feel engaged playing it at all.
Let's see, the Bane boss fight, actually I would say the first phase of the Bane boss fight is also really original too and is really good. However, I feel like the Bane boss fight gets ruined because the game feels a need to throw in a bunch of henchmen. Like, it could have been really cool if it was just one-on-one, but the fact that for whatever reason they felt the need to throw in henchmen, you know, it just ruins the moment for me.
You see the gameplay in the background? If this were the entire fight, it would be the easiest, most brain-dead shit in the entire world. But you know what? You're absolutely right. They shouldn't throw in enemies into the mix so that you can just spam over and over and over again and not be punished for playing like shit.
And then there's the Titan Bane boss fight, or I forgot what it was called, but the final Bane boss fight is basically Mr. Freeze but dumber. See, in Arkham City, Mr. Freeze, you can't fight him one-on-one. You gotta sneak up on him. But the thing is, Mr. Freeze will actually adapt to your gameplay style. So every time, you know, you figure out a way to trick Mr. Freeze pulls out another countermeasure to prevent you from repeating the same trick. However, in Arkham Origins with Titan Mutant Bane or whatever, he doesn't learn, he doesn't adapt. You can pretty much just beat Bane the same way, you know, by hiding in grates or just sneaking up behind him.
Bane may be a mechanically less challenging version of the Mr. Freeze boss fight, and if that's not something that you like or care for, even though I may disagree with you or think your opinion is bad, and I'll explain why I think that in a minute, I can at least understand it. The thing for me that I like about this boss fight in comparison to the Mr. Freeze boss fight, which don't get it twisted, I like the Mr. Freeze boss fight a lot, is while the Mr. Freeze boss fight takes place in a section of the game optimized for Predator sections, with you having a very open area that you can use to quickly get around Mr. Freeze, set up a bunch of different takedown methods in order to practically script the boss fight and defeat him as fast as possible. The Bane boss fight isn't trying to be the most mechanically challenging or most original, and it doesn't have to be. It takes the core elements of the Mr. Freeze boss fight while using elements of horror inspired by previous gameplay sections like the Killer Croc level in Arkham Asylum, with the feeling of dread being exacerbated by the 9x9 grid that you are trapped in, with a hulking beast that is actively hunting you down while getting more powerful by the second, as well as maintaining enough of his intelligence that, yes, he will do things like look behind him, check grates, check vents, with you also having detective vision jammed at some point in the fight, Alfred constantly reminding you that he's getting more powerful, the music that's playing, the way that this man will straight up chase you relentlessly on some Nemesis from Resident Evil type shit. All of these things, in my opinion, help to create A, an experience unique enough to fall under the definition of originality, B, anxiety inducing enough that for first time players this will probably be one of the scariest sections out of all the Arkham games, and C, that for the story that this game was trying to tell, in my opinion, is the best way they could have possibly ended the game.
Another thing I don't like about Arkham Origins is that a lot of the cinematic cutscenes just feel way more over the top and bombastic compared to Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and Arkham Knight. You know, like, I don't know, it's just like all the subtlety and nuance that were in other Arkham games cutscenes are just missing in Arkham Origins. Like, every Arkham Origins cutscene needs to be loud and full of action, which is fine, but I prefer the more nuance and subtlety in the other Arkham games.
Are you going to elaborate or show clips of what you're talking about? Because I remember plenty of moments from Arkham City that were loud and bombastic, and it's your job as the person making the claim to show me in comparison to Arkham Origins how Arkham City's action has more nuance to it, because until you can do that, there isn't anything for me to respond to here. This is a nothing burger. This is the same guy that got offended over being told that he's not qualified to be criticizing stories.
Absolutely trash.
My least favorite part about Arkham Origins, the open world, this boring, bland, lifeless looking open world. It's so gray. You know?
No, actually, I have no clue what you're talking about, and the reason that I probably don't have any clue what you're talking about is because when I play this game, I do not play my game at the max brightness. Look at that. Look at how much of the quote-unquote grayness has been removed from the visuals. Also, calling this map bland and boring with the pretty red and green color scheme that this map showcases consistently with its Christmas theme, like, are we dead ass right now? And we've got things like this British soldier chilling around the map, like, come on now. I mean, if you don't like the map, you don't like the open world, you don't like the visuals, I mean, it is what it is, but like, are you really gonna take someone's critique of the visuals seriously when bro plays on a complete potato and has absolutely zero idea how to properly optimize his graphics so that he can give the most informed opinion about the graphics possible?
This is the only Arkham game that has fast travel, and I think that was intentional because the devs were like, hey, nobody wants to explore this open world.
You do realize that you have to unlock these fast travel points, right? 2 of the 6 that you can unlock throughout the entire game, you can't even get to until after you've dealt with Bane for the first time. And by the time that you reach this point, if you haven't been rushing through the main story, you've probably explored enough of the open world and engaged with enough of its content that having the fast travel points is a neat bonus when trying to efficiently get from point A to point B. You could just ignore these comm towers entirely and never unlock a fast travel point for your entire playthrough if you really wanted to.
Arkham Asylum, it felt like a horror game and you could just get around easy. Like, it wasn't that big. Arkham City felt like a hellhole, and Arkham City had a bunch of stuff going on. And another thing I like about Arkham City's world is that there's so many references and nods to other Batman media. It was cool, and plus it looked like it had more life compared to the city.
Arkham City felt like a hellhole, had more references, and was more alive. Are you going to elaborate on that or show any clips demonstrating what you're talking about in comparison to Arkham Origins? No? Didn't think so.
You just took a bite out of a nothing burger that this guy fed you out of his ass.
While I do prefer Arkham City's world over Arkham Knight's world, Arkham Knight has more fun traversal, like going around in the Batmobile, plus you can borderline fly in Arkham Knight.
Why are we talking about a later entry when discussing gameplay? Like, you do realize I can make the exact same point against Arkham Asylum, where it takes 1:40 to go around the entire map, and most of it is just spent walking and into grappler animation, because you don't have access to the grapnel accelerator or dive bomb yet, which are gameplay expansions that aren't made until later in the series.
And this whole snowstorm gimmick is just really lazy. This is the only Arkham game that doesn't take place in an asylum or something like that. In order to avoid having NPCs wander around the city of Gotham, is that they implemented this blizzard going on so nobody can go outside. And I'm like, that's such a weak and lame excuse.
Is it really that difficult to believe that a city in New Jersey, which can get to sub-zero temperatures easily, could be hit with a blizzard that would help to create extremely unpleasant conditions that the average human being may not want to be outside during Christmas time, as well as creating unsafe road conditions like low visibility, snow pileups, the roads getting iced? Why the fuck am I explaining this? Are you really unable to suspend your disbelief in order? I can't, bro.
This is so fucking shitty! I can't take.
This one's hard to explain unless you played it yourself. The grappling in this game is horrible. You see that gargoyle right there? If this was Arkham City, I could grapple to that gargoyle, but I can't because the game is more limited with its grappling. The stuff that you can grapple onto, just a lot more short range, and it's not that fun.
Insert copy lame reaction clip here.
Some people also say that Arkham Origins has the best story. I think the story in this game is alright. It's really nothing original though. It's just, oh wow, Batman has to learn to trust others. There's nothing really original with this game's story.
None of that meant anything. Everything he said there had actual no meaning behind it. It's just a lot of fucking nothing. You just took a bite out of a nothing burger that this guy fed you out of his ass.
Also, I don't like how Penguin gets away with his crimes in the main game.
I already went over why this is a non-issue, so moving on.
Music in Arkham Origins is just very underwhelming. The only memorable song in this game is Joker's version of Carol of Bells. It's not that original because, again, it's just Carol of Bells.
This is like the 6th or 7th time that he's unironically complained about something not being quote-unquote original. Oh, it's not original. Oh, it's not original.
Cause hot damn, you wanna know what's a scam? Your fucking education. Nigga, that's what the scam is.
Anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to respond to. This video was terrible. One of the weakest, messiest, idiotic, most unconstructive, bad faith attempt to criticize a video game I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's saying a lot considering that I see a lot of content from political grifters such as Jules Shimmer or Synthetic Man on this platform. Before I end the video, I want to take the time real quick to thank you, the viewer. Even if you don't agree with the things that I'm saying in this video, I at least appreciate that you took the time to watch my video throughout its entirety and listen to the points I'm making, and regardless, your watch time will always be appreciated. I also want to give a special thank you to ColinsWrld, SK, Thunderstruck115, Batakanta, and Snowbricks96 for being the biggest inspirations for this channel, as well as a special thank you to Producer Hits and Glitched Reaper, who are both my friends. Like the video if you enjoyed, comment if you want to share your thoughts, it'll boost me in the algorithm, subscribe, press the notification bell if you you want to see more content like this. Check out my other socials. If you like the content you see there, then go ahead and follow them. Links will all be in the description below, and as always, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.